Hello, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't know who I am, my name is Shook. I make videos for NBA. Um, Firstly, I just want to say thank you guys for all the support of late. Watching the videos, I don't think I've ever hit 1.3K views on a video before. So I really, really appreciate that. Actually, for NFL, I have, but actually, I have hit 1.3, but um, you get the point. I just want to say thank you. It's been a phenomenal season, very profitable season. But yeah, just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for watching these videos. I appreciate all of you, even if even if it's just a comment, mean things. It's all good. I appreciate every single one of you guys. But yeah, all these videos, they get posted on this subreddit right here. It's called DF Sports. You can ask me strategies and stuff like that about the slate updates. We did have news today with an update. Hopefully you guys did see that on Reddit. It's really, really important, and you can ask me about the slate. So I made an update here on Reddit. I also made an update on the YouTube video because this actually changed my analysis on the slate. If, as you can see here, is this showing? It is. I made an update on YouTube as well. So please, if there's anything that changes for this video, I'll make an update on YouTube. I'll make an update on Reddit. As you can see here, I didn't like Time Lord anymore. I didn't like Horford. I only liked him if he was low owned. I actually played Horford tonight because he was projected to be low owned. After absolutely hating him in the video. But yeah, you can see what I typed here with that starting lineup. I'm torn on Horford. His production will be much better at the 5. I think they're comfortable with the lineup they've ran most of the season, so I think Horford is good, but I wouldn't be shocked if he does lose minutes. Obviously, a big downgrade to Time Lord, and there is a chance they don't play Horford or Time Lord together, which would hurt Time Lord's minutes upside a lot. And I believe that is what they did. They did not play Rob or Horford together much at all. I don't think. Yeah, they didn't. So yeah, you gotta please make sure you look at these updates and stuff like that. And if you ever want to get a hold of me privately, you can do so on Twitter. My ats are Tory Langley 1992 or Shookgo. Yeah. Um, If Discord's something you're interested in joining, I'll have a link to that below where I have player pools for cash and tournaments. I give you a core of 3 players to play for the Showdown. I also do 2-game slate, 4 players for that. Much more stuff. Private videos, that'll be linked down below. And we can take a look at my lineup from tonight. So, didn't have a good day. I don't know how. I don't know how anyone won on this slate. No, that wasn't my main lineup. I put 2 lineups together, but that was not my main lineup. Where's my main lineup? I think this is my main lineup. I went with White Captain, and then the rest just kind of like felt pretty easy to me. Building it out. Unfortunately, Boston are frauds. If you are a Celtics fan, I don't know what to say. I apologize. I feel bad for you guys with what's happening. I don't know what to say. Obviously, I had Kevin Love on my 2-game slate. I had Kevin Love on Showdown, so like my day was over instantly. Got injured, so I never had a chance. Wouldn't have had a chance even if he didn't get injured, to be honest. With Celtics just absolutely being horrible. So hopefully you guys had a ton of Caleb Martin and Gabe Vincent at 5'6" and 6'2". Hopefully. And Marcus Smart, who I thought was a very good play. But outside of that, outside of White, everyone just absolutely busted. Besides Duncan Robinson, obviously, and then the the Miami role players. So hopefully you guys had them because I did not. At their prices, I did not. I considered it. I considered going to Gabe Vincent, but I did not. The one of the lineups I was looking at actually had Gabe Vincent. It was, I believe, it was Jaylen Brown captain with Butler, Tatum, Gabe Vincent, Derek White, and Cody Zeller, I want to say. That was the lineup I was looking at. I think it would have cashed. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah. We will go over the Showdown slate, and then we'll take a quick look at the 2-game slate once again. We'll just open up that. So let's take a look at Denver's rotation. So I believe Bruce Brown got into massive foul trouble. Let me look. He had 5 fouls, but pretty sure he was in foul trouble early. And then we have no surprises here. Obviously, like Jeff Green's not going to play 23 minutes again, but no real surprises. And then with the Lakers, so I think D'Lo's absolutely cooked. They can't keep playing D'Lo. They just cannot. We saw, I believe it was Dennis Schroeder getting a massive foul trouble, and he fouled out, I want to say. Let's take a look. How many fouls? Yeah, he fouled out. What else? And then we saw, what else do we see? Obviously, they're going to keep playing Rui. They're going to keep playing Schroeder. I think we see, I don't think we see D'Lo play more than 20 minutes again. And then we're going to see huge minutes for Austin Reeves and the main guys. And then we'll see some Lonnie Walker as well. They could change some other things up, but that's the rotation. Went through it together, but let's go over the slate. So, looking at the pricing, we have Jokic at $13,600. I still want to play Jokic. I mean, just the floor and ceiling combo with him at this price tag. I'm hoping that people don't want to play Jokic because he's this price tag. I feel like people will, but the floor, the ceiling you get on a Showdown slate is just not matched. It might be hard to fit him in the captain at this price point, but I will not be fading Jokic. He's once again the best spot up on the slate. And then you have, Jamal Murray at $10,400. Now that he's this close in price to Anthony Davis and LeBron James, I do give the lean to LeBron and AD. That doesn't mean Jamal Murray's out of play. I think a lot of people are going to try and get, Jokic and someone else in their lineup. So Jamal Murray, I expect, not to be as popular as those guys. I could be wrong. I mean, when you have them this close in price tag to, LeBron James, Anthony Davis in a game where they're down 0-3, I think I'm just going to lean those guys. We're not going to go team by team. We're just going to go one by one. I think it's much better for this style. So Jokic looks phenomenal. I'll be playing him. LeBron James, Anthony Davis, I think are good in a must-win, obviously. They are at home as well. Jamal Murray at 10-4, like I said, I think he's going to be low owned. I think he's a fine pivot off AD and LeBron. For him to pay off this price tag and for him to be worth it, he would need to score within four or so fantasy points. What am I saying? 4 or so fantasy points within LeBron and AD. That can absolutely happen. I believe he outscored them last game. He's been outscoring them for 3 straight games, actually. So can definitely happen. So an interesting tournament pivot to me. We'll just go team by team, actually. Michael Porter Jr. at 7-2. Comparison price to Austin Reeves. I prefer Austin Reeves if they're going to be around the same price, but it will be an ownership thing for me. If everyone's going to play Austin Reeves over Michael Porter Jr., I'll just go to Michael Porter Jr., right? I think both project pretty similarly, that if you have to take a 0.5 point projection for a much lower owned guy, I would personally take that risk. I think Reeves is the better play straight up. If we're not countering ownership or anything, I think Reeves will project a little bit better, but it's going to depend on ownership there. I think Reeves is definitely the better play though. Michael Porter Jr. is good though, man. Going to play huge minutes. He has double upside. He's probably going to shoot 7 to 10 threes. Solid scorer, good rebounder, like I said. They need him out there. I think he looks good. Like I said, I prefer Reeves. Aaron Gordon's been god awful. I mean, his production hasn't been good, and I mean, it makes sense. They don't really need him to produce at all. They just kind of need him out there for defense, right? But we'll play huge minutes. I'm fine with him. He'll be very low owned because he's in the same price range as Austin Reeves, in the same price range as MPJ. So a fine pivot, but I just have a hard time personally going there in my one lineup. Bruce Brown, KCP, they're way overpriced. Fine tournament darts because they'll be low owned. It's kind of like what Caleb Martin and Gabe Vincent were today. They were both low owned because they are pretty heavily priced. It'll be the same tomorrow. with Bruce Brown and KCP. So can they pay off the price tags? Absolutely, they can. Just hard for me to go there in my one line. If I was playing 150 lineups, sure, I definitely have some, but they're definitely overpriced. And then we saw Jeff Green played 23 minutes. It's not going to happen again. He's probably going to play around 15 minutes. Now that he is priced down to 2.2K, I actually think he is a solid value. And with the pricing of like Jokic, Jamal Murray, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, you're going to definitely need some value. So I think Jeff Green is actually pretty solid at 2.2. It's never a fun roster, but it's tough finding guys at this price tag that will play around 15 minutes. And then Christian Braun's basically been out of the rotation. I'm not going to go there. I'd rather just go to Jeff Green over him. And then if you're going with like a 1K guy, let's look at all the 1K guys. I think the Lakers have the best chance of changing something up. So they could go with like a Troy Brown. I think Troy Brown would have the best chance of playing if you wanted to punt with a 1K guy. And then I think Reggie would have the second best chance of playing. But I could be wrong there. But yeah, I think if I were to target a 1K guy, it would be someone on the Lakers side. Maybe like a Malik Beasley, a Troy Brown. Maybe if they change something up. But yeah, Jeff Green looking like a solid punt, unfortunately. LeBron AD, I think, I prefer AD to LeBron. Definitely now that AD's cheaper as well. But elimination game, both are going to play probably all the minutes they can absolutely handle. LeBron more of the higher floor, Anthony Davis more of the higher ceiling, so I always just prefer ceiling and Showdown. But same thing I kind of said with Austin Reeves and MPJ. They're going to project kind of similarly. LeBron's probably going to project a little bit less, but if one's going to be much, much higher owned than the other, then I think it does make sense to go to the lower owned one between the two. But I prefer 80 point per dollar and kind of maybe not straight up, but point per dollar, I definitely do prefer 80. I think Austin Reeves looks like a great play here at 7.4. Just playing huge minutes. He's going to stuff the stat sheet. They really trust him right now. I think he's another very solid play. D'Lo's absolutely cooked. If I was honestly playing 150 lineups tomorrow, I would probably X him out. And I know you're not really supposed to X people out when you're playing 150 lineups unless they're going to be like, barely play, or they're completely overpriced and barely going to play, kind of like a Christian Braun, stuff like that. I don't even know if you would X out. I don't play 150 lineups, but I would even consider Xing out D'Angelo Russell tomorrow. I think there's a really good chance that he's just absolutely cooked and they bench him, but we'll see. I assume he'll be very, very, very low owned from that last performance. So fine dart, but just give me Austin Reeves all day long over D'Angelo Russell. And then we have the value. So I think Rui, once again, is going to be one of the better value plays on the slate. I assume he's going to be giga chalk. Price didn't move. I expect around 30 minutes from him. Finally shot the ball poorly. Still went for 24 fantasy points. He's got a solid rebounder. He's going to shoot the ball when he's out there. He's not scared. Like I said, I assume similar minutes for him. So I like Rui once again for value. I like Dennis Schroeder for value too. If you had to ask me straight up, I do prefer Rui to Schroeder. And then we have Lonnie Walker at 3K. Played 19 minutes. I suspect some of that was gained due to, let's look at the rotation actually. Yeah, he was actually playing alongside, where's Lonnie? And where's Schroeder? So he came in when, sorry, I'm just looking. I should have looked at this before, but I think obviously he's going to be in the rotation. Obviously, the Lakers have to change something up. I think we get like 12 to 15 minutes regardless. Definitely a chance he could play more, especially if they do bench D'Lo. So I think Lonnie's definitely firmly in play. And then we have Vanderbilt, who's been starting, probably plays like, 12 to 15 minutes. We also could see, why do I keep going? We also could see a lineup change as well, but a fine play if he's going to keep getting these minutes. If I had to choose between Vanderbilt and Jeff Green, I mean, if Vanderbilt starts, probably Vanderbilt, but it's definitely not fun at all. But I definitely have a ton of interest in Lonnie, and then I really like Rui. I like Schroeder for value. I really like Austin Reeves, and then I like LeBron AD. And if I were to go to with a 1K punt, it would be on the Lakers side. It would be probably Malik Beasley or Troy Brown Jr. And it's definitely viable. This is such a star-studded slate. So let's like look at what we have left. If we go like Jokic, AD, and then we go like Malik Beasley. It helps a ton. It absolutely helps a ton. We've seen zeros be optimal quite a bit. So definitely viable. And I think there is a good chance the Lakers do change something. So that is the Showdown slate. Let's look at the 2-game slate. So I have not looked at this slate yet, but we'll go through it together pretty quickly, though. Excuse me, guys. Sorry. All right, let's go through it. Denver. So Jokic 12-1, he looks phenomenal. Let's look at all the other studs pricing. So I think AD and LeBron just look phenomenal, sub 10K. I absolutely love both. It might be easier just going to AD and LeBron and save money there, but Jokic looks phenomenal. No issue if you want to go there. Jamal Murray's going to be low on because the price, fine tournament play. When you have him this close in price to AD and LeBron, I'd rather just pay up for those guys, but fine tournament play. Michael Porter Jr., Austin Reeves, I think stand out as two of the best plays in the mid-range. Austin Reeves, MPJ, 6'1", 6'5", respectively. I really like both. Marcus Smart, 5'6", I really like as well. Those three guys stand out to me as the best three mid-range plays on the slate. I think Bam Adebayo's good. And then Aaron Gordon's been god-awful. Fine, like last piece in for me. Bruce Brown probably plays around 25 to 30 minutes. Seems priced about right. KCP, minutes kind of fluctuate. Could play, I don't know. Got into early foul trouble this one game, but probably plays around 30. Could play a lot more, depending on who they close with. Has 30 shots to reach value, but I'm okay with it. And then we have Jeff Green at basically the flat man, who's a fine play. Not going to go there, though. And then this pricing on LeBron and AD, I just don't think makes sense. I absolutely love both. I think one of them or both will be pretty popular tomorrow. I think both look phenomenal, point per dollar. Absolutely love both. I still really like Austin Reeves at 6'5". D'Lo is absolutely cooked. I want absolutely none. I still think Rui's solid at 4'9". I know it's a hefty price to pay for Rui, but I still think he's fine. I think Dennis Schroeder is solid, and I think Lonnie is a fine dart. And then you have Vanderbilt, who's a fine dart for salary relief. Going over to Boston, so we have Tatum at 10-1. Point per dollar, definitely not my favorite spend up on the slate, but fine. Jaylen Brown his performance in the playoffs has been despicable. It's been embarrassing. So just a contrarian play for me for now. I really like Smart. At 5'6", he's still too cheap in my opinion. They got to stop playing Al Horford. I was completely wrong tonight. I thought Robert Williams would play more. It was looking like he was going to play more until the game blew out. Malcolm Brogdon at 5'2", I think is solid. And then the bigs, I really don't know what they're going to do. I don't. So I don't have too much of an analysis there. If they start Time Lord, obviously he stands out as one of the best values on the slate. If he comes off the bench, then just tournament play for me. Derek White, I think, looks like one of the best value plays on the slate once again, assuming he does start, even though he did get benched early in the third, but he did come back a little bit later. And then Grant Williams, I mean, if you think he stays in the rotation, still plays like 20-plus minutes, he's fine for value, but obviously I don't love it. And then we have Miami. So Butler, I think, is great. I prefer the Lakers guys point per dollar. Bam, solid. And then we have Kevin Love questionable. So if Kevin Love is out, you're probably going to get Caleb Martin in the starting lineup, and then you're just going to see huge minutes for Caleb Martin, who I'd still like at 5K. Just be locked into huge minutes. They're closing with him. They're closing with him and Gabe, so would like Caleb. Even if Kevin Love's in, is still like Caleb. Kyle Lowry, losing minutes, but I'm okay with them. He'll probably be low once again. Max Strus, Duncan, they're just going to go with the hot hand between two, so they're both just tournament plays for me. And then Gabe Vincent, I think, will be one of the most popular plays in the slate. I mean, it's hard to get away from a 3K Gabe Vincent playing 40 minutes a game, playing in the frickin' blowout too. So Gabe Vincent looks like one of the best value plays on the slate. Going to be hard to get away from him there. And then Duncan's just a dart. So I hope this video helped you guys out. If you guys want an early core, I'll give you an early core. This doesn't mean I'm going to be playing these guys, but fuck it. Let's do it. Let's throw Gabe Vincent. We'll give you guys an early free core because gotta bless you guys. We'll throw Gabe Vincent in there. What else should we do? We'll play one of LeBron or AD, I think. So one of LeBron or AD. Who else? I'm trying to think here. I do like Derek White, but if he doesn't start, I don't want to make him, you know what I mean. Let's do Marcus Smart. Nah, let's not do Marcus Smart. Let's just look at everyone. No, we'll do Derek White. If he doesn't start, then you can figure it out. But we'll throw Derek White in there. And then one other LeBron or AD. And then we'll throw... This is tough. A lot of good mid-range plays. I'd probably get to someone in the mid-range. Yeah, we'll throw Smart in there. Fuck it. Do that. That'll be like an early look core. That doesn't mean I'm playing it. I probably won't play it, but I think right now those are the plays that kind of stand out to me the most. LeBron 80, Jokic, maybe even, what does Jokic and LeBron give us? And then, we go with like White, and we go with like Gabe. You know what? Do that. Fuck it. Do that. Cool. Early look core. Have fun. But doesn't mean I'm playing it. I probably won't play it, but yeah. Thought I'd give you like an early look core. But hope this video helped you guys out, and I will talk to y'all tomorrow.